Of another Sim Racing Alliance season. It's been a long break, and we're back.
quite a long break, and I think you, me, and everybody involved with tonight's action is super excited to get going.
So they got a straight fight the rest of the night. He's going to have to make a move. That's a puncherino.
Serious pressure from Boostra. Trying to switch on the inside. Sweeney goes on the inside for the defense. Oh my goodness, right in between.
He's going to dive to the inside of both of them. They're going to go three wide corner. And we're off and away for SRA.
Good evening, ladies and germs, and everyone in between. Welcome back to another season in the GT3 Team Series in SRA. As usual, your usual Porsche fans, I'm Jess Osborne, and I'm joined by my teammate, team lead, graphic design lead driver, Selena Boonstra. Welcome back.
Hello. It's very good to be back for another season of the SRA GT3 Team Series. I am hyped.
Me too. And we're also joined by Jeff Spangler, who's equally as hyped about this season. Welcome to the booth.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. D2 is the place to be. I'm excited for another season and excited to be in here with you guys. Let's go.
And let's go straight into it. We are at Hungary, at the Hungaroring tonight. Iconic track. If you tuned in last night, or if you were participating last night in the race, then you know that this track is no stranger to a little bit of chaos and a little bit of drive-through here and there. A little trolling around here. I'm looking forward to seeing how these drivers shake up. There's a little bit of everything in this track. You got the hairpins, you got the fast sweepy bits, and a little bit of straights as a treat.
And
Yeah,
on the chicane.
yeah, track limits definitely going to be a something to watch. It's real easy to squeak one out, and then boom, before you know it, you've got your second one, and then you're in trouble.
And returning with us this season, we've got a whole bunch of familiar faces. Let's see, John Archie and Bailey Kish returning. Wait, Bailey Kish? Eric Boardman's back with us. Colin Dunham, Eric Marecki are back. Eric Marecki was their P2 driver last season. Who else back? Any more? Evan Kim's back, though this time with a new teammate. He teamed up with Doug Mitchell, our venerable co-owner and boss, with a new team, Margaritas and the Chili's. Is that a conglomerate? Or is that a sub-brand? I'm so confused.
It's hard to keep track. The only M6 on the grid, so that should make for some fun watching.
Yep, it'll surely stand out, that's for sure.
Quickly give the whole grid a rundown. Red Eye Racing, AC on in the Porsche 992. Wait, am I looking at the right? I'm looking at Division 4, excuse me, people. I'm bad at my job. Et voila. Bailey Kish and John Archie are back in Ghost Rider Racing with Bendy Bros in the Audi R8. Comic Racing Altered Beast in the Porsche 992 with Eric Boardman and Carl Fredrickson. Grid Thieves Motorsports fielding Baja Blastin in the BMW M4 with Michael Jeffries and Adam Santana. Colin Dunham and Eric Marecki are back in the teeny weeny Lamborghini. Need I say more? Joel Moffitt is alone under Madhouse Racing, deliciously infectious in the Ferrari. Jason Allen and Russell Allen. My dreams come true. Allens are reunited at last with Mellow Yellow Plan E Racing in the McLaren. Ivan McCroat, David Mustillo in the Lambo for Frostbite Fever with Madhouse Racing. Defender Shark and Eric Laren, sorry, I lost track, are with just Comic Racing, the headline Comic Racing. Bow down, Selena, our leaders.
Yes, Comic Racing. The best conglomerate, maybe?
That's right. Are in the McLaren, not the best car. Josh Damiani and Andrew Wilson are in Champion Motorsports TBA, also in the McLaren. Jared Seckham and Guy Manperson in GRR with TBD. Cross conglomerate stuff going on here in the Audi R8. Caleb Yarrington and Scott Smith are in the McLaren with AT3D Sim Shop. Caleb makes great stuff. Check him out later. He's one of our sponsors, in fact. Ian Wheeler and CJ Meeks are in the Mercedes with Team Mercules. I'll leave that one to y'all. Madhouse Racing, fielding another team, Redwood Dinkas, Kelvin Lau and Brandon Chan in the Honda. Douglas Mitchell and Evan Kim in the M6 with Team Margaritas. Full Beans Racing with Brian Anderson and Andrew Anderson. Yes, more pairings in the Lambo.
Yes.
TSC Vroomtown with German Valencia and Jacob Palmieri in the Lambo. Jared Troxclair and John Carbo in the McLaren with TSE Deliciously Different. Nick San and Matthew Higgs with Madhouse Pillars Racing in the Lambo. Fire Queso and Paulie Hartman, Champion Motorsports Aperture Racing with the Ferrari. Kirill Topol and Joe Kaiser in the Lambo with Topol Motorsports. And Ghost Rider Racing with Soda Pop Speedsters in the Porsche with Matt Anastasi and Landon Dreebs, who was P3 last season, right? My memory serves.
Oh, yeah.
And
He was up there, that's for sure.
Yes, and Champion Motorsports Team CEL with the McLaren with Sean Williams and Alex Krochik. And without further ado, let's get a look at some of these cars. As you might have inferred, oh my, it's chaos out here. As you might have inferred from these team names, the theme this season is big brands. You're going to see it all over the team names and these liveries now.
Yep, Sprite, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, just whatever you can think of. Even Sprunk from GTA, so... Interesting liveries we got going on here. Very creative, that's for sure. I'm excited to see what these drivers can do tonight as well.
Doug's going to take us to Chili's.
Yeah, as we're in qualifying, and there he goes into turn 1. I believe on his banker at this point after his outlap.
Fosley's informing me that German is like Herman. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, it rhymes. German Herman. There you go. The more you know.
Yeah, so along with the variety of liveries, we've also got a little bit more variety on the grid because of our new much talked about BOP for this season. So
yes.
there's some Hondas out there,
Yeah.
you got a couple Audis, you got more BMWs than you'd usually see. And
That's a fact.
good to see.
Back.
Yeah, I really love to see it because now, I mean, it just, who knows how big of an impact it ultimately has, but it certainly opens the door for people driving what they want to drive, not necessarily what they feel like they have to drive to be competitive.
Yeah.
We're seeing some old, dusty cars getting taken off the shelf and seeing a little bit more attention, so I love it.
Variety is good. That's for sure.
And it looks like Doug is about to be the first one across the line to set his banker. Where is the bar going to start? 147? That's not D2 time, Doug. Come on, Doug.
Oh.
Michael Jeffrey
He's
agrees.
down.
So does
He's
Russell
down
Allen.
on P4 now. P5.
Oh, we got shooters. Here's Josh Damiani. Here we go. 144.5. That's more like it. Oh, and here's Colin Dunham now.
144.4. So there is provisional pole for the remainder of the 5 minutes for the silver.
I'm positive we'll see 43s from the golds.
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
we
that's
see a
for
43 in D4 last night? Am I remembering correctly?
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it was Matthew Harold that did like an insane 43.8, I think it was, or .9. It was a 43 though. That was crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah, how did your guys' race go last night?
Outstanding.
It went really good actually.
I came
Quite
P7
smooth.
and Selena, didn't you come P5? No, P3, didn't you?
No, I came in P5.
Oh, Michael Jeffrey's not on the way to being P5, putting himself in the wall in the middle of his quali stint. In and out, let's go, go, go.
Yeah, quick trip back to the pits, take another shot of Baja Blast, and get back out there.
Josh Damiani's on a charge right now. He's looking at provisional pole if he can bring home the 7/10 gap. That's more than enough. He only needs 4 to bridge it.
Colin Dunham is up by a 10th at the moment, just gaining into 2/10. So
That won't be enough, though.
yeah.
And
He's sick.
there's Josh. He took it with just over 2/10 to spare. Alex Krochik just raising the bar. He's done it himself now. Him and Josh into the high 43s. Follow him for a lap. Chad, how's the audio?
And we had some audio shenanigans we were trying to work out before we went live here, so let us know if there's anybody that needs to be adjusted or anything like that, and Jess will do his best.
Ours could be a little louder. You got it. A little louder.
Here, those engines are on the tracks.
Well, it's what we were afraid of, Jess.
Yeah, Fozley, there's something preventing me from bringing them up any louder.
Yeah, we had a little bit
I'll
of
just
issues
make me quieter.
before that.
Is that more equal?
Testing, as we watch the Sprite car.
Matt
I'm not sure what turn that
Anastasi
is.
nearly making himself equal with Alex Krochik. Just over a 10th behind. And unfortunately, he's way down on his delta this lap. Joel Moffat in the wall. What happened here? Oh, I just caught the end of it. Looks like he must have oversteered into that situation. Too much curb.
Yeah, this track is, in my opinion, one of the most difficult tracks in the game, just because it's so technically demanding, especially we're seeing here through that
Yes.
through the chicane and then the whole section that comes after. You
Just
really have to
unrelenting.
be on it, and it's so easy to just make a little mistake and lose a little bit of time.
That's for sure.
But it's so hard to get it back.
Yep. You
Yeah.
lose focus for just a bit, and suddenly you're totally lost. And Kirill Topol seems totally lost. He's found himself in this qualifying session right on the bumper of Doug Mitchell, the last person you want to be anywhere near on the track. Oh, I don't know what he's thinking here. And he's not giving himself much room to go any faster than him on the next lap. I don't know if this is like some kind of mind game where he's just trying to screw with Doug at his own sacrifice. I'm not sure what's going on here. And
mean, mind
now he
games with
backs
Doug.
up. Now he
Oh, yeah.
taps out. I think he realized that this was pointless.
Right. I mean, that's your last flyer. you can't get stuck behind somebody. I mean, unless
Nope.
they invalidate, there's no way you're going to get by them. So
Game over,
definitely
man.
a questionable decision there.
We got 20
Yeah,
seconds
thousands of
left for
chat.
these silver drivers, and it looks like the stragglers, let's see, followed up by, who's that out there? Him. But it looks like everybody but the last guy's going to get one more go around the lap. Got 2 seconds. Will he make it? I don't think he made it. Either way, Doug Mitchell looks like he's the only one who's improving hugely right now. He's up over a third of a second. Oh, no, Evan Kim, though, with his bankers a second behind pole right now, and he's 3/10 up. That's going to move him quite 4 or 5 spots up. Flipping through his fingers now. And as we're watching them, our gold division drivers are taking to the field now, getting ready for their banker lap.
Like Doug pulled off without any improvement there. So barring a
Not alone.
catastrophic upset, looks like he's going to be bringing up the rear.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, nobody's improving now. Just Pauly by 1/8 of a tenth, 1/8 of a second, and not good for any position on track yet. And that looks like it's going to be it for our silver drivers, unless Fredrickson can eke out a bit more time. I think he might have just enough for P7, maybe P6.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Just a 10th up, nearly exactly P8.
By the skin of his teeth,
Oh,
P6.
actually P6.
That's it for silver division. Now, there they are queuing up at the last corner, getting themselves a bubble so that they can go fast without driving into somebody's bumper. Up first, that Jacob Palmieri. Name I do not recognize. Is he new to SRA or just its division?
Yep, he's new.
So I had heard after the practice race, somebody that had been talking to Jacob that he has just been sim racing for a few months, is what I was told. So very
Is
impressive.
D2 fast after a few months?
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
very impressive. I was talking to him like a couple days ago, I think, or just last week, and he's been really on the grind, it seems, because he's in D2 and he just pretty much started. So it's very impressive where his skill is at with this. It's amazing.
Good job, Jacob.
Yeah.
Adam Santana, a familiar face. I think in a familiar car, too. Wasn't he in the BMW last time? I think so.
Was he in the Merc? Maybe he was in a Merc.
Maybe.
Unless I'm thinking of Bailey Kish, because I know he was in a Merc.
Right. Why don't we pick somebody up as they come through the last corner here and go for an on-board lap. We'll go with Jacob here. And I'll just kind of talk you through a lap here at Hungaroring. Very important to not miss your braking point here. There is lots of runoff room, but you want to kind of get to the inside, carry as much speed as you can, and like he's doing, use as much of that exit curb as you can heading on down into turn 2. You want to be as late on the brakes as you can, roll speed as well as you can through this turn, maybe a slight double apex. You want to stay to the left here to open up the next corner so that you're not steering the car too much. You don't want to scrub off any speed. And turn 4 up here, one of the more difficult turns on the track. Can't take too much curb, it'll just bounce the car wide. You did a good job there. Same thing here, roll as much speed as you can. You got to be careful on the exit, it can be a little bit slippery, but again, nice and wide, using all of that exit curb. Don't want to brake too late here because you will never make this. bumps are very tricky through there. It looks like he negotiated that very well.
Very graceful.
And then here, you just got to get the entrance to this corner and resist the urge to get on the gas too quickly. Otherwise, you'll run yourself wide and invalidate your lap. And then right here, this is a really tricky one. Hug that inside corner. Be patient. He stayed valid there, so that's really good. This corner can also be a little bit slippery. You don't want to take too much of the inside curving there. Nice and wide on the exit. And down here into our second to last corner. Again, kind of a theme on this track. Roll as much speed as you can, kind of scrub it off. And then moving into our final corner, same deal. Come in, maybe a slight double apex. Keep your speed up. And exit onto the pitch straight, and that's a lap at Hungaroring, and that is a very fast lap, 43 points.
Provisional pole.
6, I believe. Well done.
Nice. And there's those 43s that we were just talking about earlier, that the golds are gonna make those 43s.
It might look easy.
And sure enough, yeah. And sure enough, they just do it, just like that. Easy beans.
David Masteel about to improve by about 4/10. Can he? Yes, on the exit, he's gaining more. Right on the razor's edge, and that's going to be huge up to P7. Big jump. Nice lap. Not the only one improving, though. John Archie edges him out just barely. Nick Sand is trying to hone in on pole right now. He's almost got enough to do it. He just needs another 10th.
We talked about Jacob being on the grind. It appears that he clocked a full quarter of the laps for D2 Gold in the practice server. So it looks like we have our sweat leader in the clubhouse. Provisional pole.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you know, you put in the time, you should be rewarded. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You put in the time and you'll just get rewarded with like lower times, and before you know it, you're like in D1.
At division promotions, then you're losing races, and all is balanced again.
Yeah, exactly.
So you would stop there for a little bit on Nick Sand, and I just wanted to point out to our viewers at home who may or may not be watching, you might see that Nick Sand doesn't look like he uploaded his livery correctly, but
I definitely synced.
We'll work on that later. But Nick Sand, the collaboration that no one saw coming, Madhouse Racing and Pillars Racing joining forces after Nick was unfortunately abandoned and needed a home. So we welcome him to the Madhouse fold for this season. We're very excited to have him.
John Archie jumps up to P16 with a nice improvement. Couple tenths. Ivan McCroat jumps even higher though. P6. Kelvin Lau entering the penultimate corner with 4/10 up, 5/10 up. He's finding more and more as he goes. He's looking at the spitting distance of the podium or top 3 starting spots with that kind of pace.
Yeah, very good to see Kelvin back racing with us here at SRA as he crosses the line with 8th place for now. He took the summer off, but yeah, good to have him back. He's getting up to speed. He spent some time in D1. He's a very, very quick driver, so very excited to see what he can do today.
I think Eric Marecki wants provisional pole. That's what he's saying with his Delta, because he's up by 5/10 right now, more than enough to take it. Even off Palmieri just put in a better lap. It's still not enough to hold off what Meeks just did and what Eric Marecki's about to do. Here he comes. He's 6/10 up. That's more than enough. Making it look easy. Cracking in the low 43s now.
Very nice, 43.4.
John Archie's got a couple tenths in his pocket. Gonna be good for many positions up to P13. Very nice.
Calvin put in another good lap too. He's a little over 3/10 up coming down the hill into the right-hander here. Losing a bit of time. Looks like he's gained just a little bit of that back. We'll see how his last corner goes. But definite improvement. Within a tenth or two of pole, maybe second row, fourth place. Very well done.
Very close. That's exactly where he wants to be starting. And Dreves got to be kicking himself. He was up many tenths, but he's on an invalid lap. Adam Santana looks like he's done as well. Nick stands up by a couple tenths, and Ian Wheeler is this lap is a wash.
Meeks has rounded the last corner with a. There you go. Jumps ahead of Marecki for pole with a 43.3.
Wow.
A clutch last lap. Beating by less than a tenth.
I'm sure you guys can agree. Nailing that last lap in qualifying is a great feeling.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. It's
It is.
maybe the second
is.
best feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Ivan McCroach's about to do just that. He's got 2 tenths. That's going to be worth a lot with this grid. Oh, if he just needed a bit more to squeeze into the top 10, but still P11, good start. Here comes Eric Boardman, our last man to improve. Followed by Jason Allen, who's on goose eggs right now on his Delta. With 4 tenths up, here comes Eric Boardman. That's huge. P4. Almost P3. And with that, that's going to wrap up our qualifying.
What a qualifying that was.
Changing every lap, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Especially at Hungaroring. Loads of things can happen.
Well, if it's normal Hungaroring, we won't see that much. We won't see any changes like that during the race.
Exactly.
I know
Yeah.
that's not I know that's not how it's going to work. But
Yeah.
people talk about Hungaroring and the trains that can form. But
Mhm.
even if there's not always a lot of passing, close racing is always fun to watch.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Look at all these neat liveries for this season. The brands, the Coca-Cola.
My brand.
Got just a lot.
Yeah,
What's this?
Big brands are.
I think
I
we're
don't know,
missing
what happened?
somebody.
Uh-oh.
We are. There was 39, but now there's 38.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Wasn't me.
no.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it. That is mighty strange.
Yeah, I'm really digging the theme this season because the big
Yeah.
brands allows for some creativity,
Yes, a
and
lot of leeway.
it also
Yeah.
has that that classic kind of race car look, with a big
Yeah.
main sponsor.
Oh yeah.
It's usually somebody or something well known, so that's really cool. I mean, the mellow yellow car, like I see that car and it looks to me like somebody just like picked it up out of a Matchbox set and like it's racing on the track.
Yes.
Like it looks great.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of liveries, just type in the chat below, like, what's your favorite livery from D2 this season? Lots of nice liveries going on.
Skip that one right there.
And we are rolling.
All right, guys, it's almost time. Yeah, pulling away from that starting line.
On the way to the formation lab. Oh,
We're getting
Major Windu
word?
says apparently PC went bye-bye for Ian.
No.
Oh,
Oh, you hate to
Gosh.
see it. That's unfortunate.
well, he might have time to rejoin and maybe start from the pits at least.
Yes, he's got like 2
Yeah.
minutes.
Unfortunately, the internet gremlins came for me last night.
Oh
So,
no.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Well, it's only up from here, I suppose. That's
Yep.
That's the good news, I guess.
Don't tempt
First
fate.
season.
You might get kicked in the nuts. It might be downhill.
Sure hope not.
Anything can happen.
So I touched on Calvin Lau before we started. He is actually, depending on who you talk to, this could be a good thing or a bad thing. He is the coach's pick for the gold division this week, and Eric Laren is the silver pick. So
Oh,
if you haven't yet, head on over to the predictions channel under the Coach Jeffrey's Academy section in the SRA Discord. You can make your own picks and see if you can best the one and only Coach Jeffries.
yes, check him out. I see we got a question. First time in chat. Welcome, Sirkinu. He asked, when do D4 and D6 race? D6 is racing right now on YouTube, and D4 races last night, but it was not streamed because we did not have the manpower to do so.
Hopefully next week though, so look out for that if you can.
There you go. Dan Crane hitting us with the link. So if you're really into it and want to watch them both, grab a tablet or your laptop or your phone and put them both on.
Pump up those metrics for us. Thank you.
Looks like Ian Wheeler has made it back into the server. He is waiting patiently in pit lane.
Awesome.
That's good news. At least it didn't go fully bye-bye. That would have been horrendous news for him.
Yeah. And the race director has called everyone into formation. And it looks like the last couple cars in the grid are scrambling to get to their starting spots. Can be a little bit tricky with all these turns. You got to be careful and stay clear of the HUD starting gremlins. You do not want to start your season with a drive-through.
No, there are two races you never want to mess up, but there are two races you really don't want to mess up, and that's the first and the last one. You don't want to start off on the wrong foot.
Green light, go, go, go.
We are off and away for SRA with CJ Meeks leading the pack and having an awful start. He is just falling behind the pack. And it is already about to be chaos going into turn one. We got one car getting pit maneuvered and swiping across both sides of the track, and it is virtually a parking lot in the back.
Oh no.
And I know that is not what CJ Meeks wanted to do first. Let's get another look at this terrible start that he had. He just got totally mobbed, like he was in the wrong gear, and so he gets swallowed up, and swallowed up on both sides, and somebody loses it in front of him, and then straight across into him, and he goes from first to last, along with a whole bunch of other people. That is exactly what we didn't want to happen.
Looked like Boardman clipped Jason Allen there just slightly. I don't know if you saw it, but Ian Wheeler was creeping out of the pits, and he even got tapped by someone.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just gonna say it. Yo, can I get a restart?
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And there's more chaos unfolding. Bailey Kish and Fredrickson are stuck together on the side of the road. What happened here? Going into sector 2. Oh, he just misses the braking spot, and he gets collected, and they collect more people. I told you this track does a little bit of trolling. It throws
It
curveballs
does.
at people, and you got to be prepared for everything, because it is just nonstop turn after turn after turn, braking turn. There's no room to mess up when it comes to the accordion effect. And immediately we see a whole bunch of drivers diving into the pits. Not surprising at all. A whole bunch of damage incurred that first lap. First of which to jump in and get that patched up. Jared Troxclair. There, look at all of them in the back. Got company.
What a start.
This might be one of the races in SRA that goes down in infamy. But let's get back into the action. We got more chaos unfolding. I can just sniff it out. And I see it before it happens. This Porsche nearly gets pit maneuvered by Ivan McCroat. And he does back out, Landon Dreves, and that's going to cost him another spot. Alex Trocek jumps on the opportunity and takes that P9 off Landon. Landon surely a little bit shaken after that.
Yeah, looks like we had 14 and 15 cars in the pits, so
Ouch.
things are getting spread out.
The good news is,
Already.
though, that pit that they did, really all they're paying for is that extra time stopped, the extra time on the lap in, and the inconvenience of not being able to pit later. You have that extra wide pit stop window, and yeah, they're back. They're going to be back in the race. Unfortunately for us, we do still have a race on. Eric Marecki is leading a very close train back through P8, less than a second between each driver. So yeah, we still got a competition going on here. Age
Chat looks
Windu
like
guessing
split
wrong
there.
gear start. I'm betting that too.
Yeah.
I bet he was stuck in second or third accidentally.
Yeah.
Because like even an accidental engine map, I don't think is that much slower off the line. That was insane. I'd never seen anything like that. Oh, and look, our leaders are coming around just to meet our first pit stoppers. Joel Moffitt, P36 in the fray, is with CJ Meeks. Our former leader, who's now pit, out the back, watching leaders go by. This has got to be just nightmare fuel for him. Gonna be blue flag for quite a while, unless he puts up a fight, which I wouldn't be surprised, but his presence is causing 3 wide on his half of the track at the end of Sector 1. This is nuts. These cars have nowhere to go, and he's surely about to go really wide here. With a Ferrari, with a McLaren, Andrew Wilson going up his inside, but that's still more blue flags to go. The Meeks got like another 5 cars to contend with. Oh, and one's off track. Got Joel Moffitt, one of the blue flags. It almost looks like he gave up. Too many damn cars to let by.
Yeah, looks like the top 7 have cleared that traffic, and Boardman and Marecki may be the beneficiaries there for now.
Jesus Christos! John Carbo pointed the wrong side of the track right there. Let's see what happened here. Going through the, way too much chicane at the end there. Narrowly dodges. Ay,
McLaren's
caramba.
pretty comfortable over the curbs here, but I don't think it's that comfortable.
Our leaders have not shaken each other yet, though. It's still less than a second between each other, all the way back to P8. Eric Marecki leading Boardman, San, Palmieri, Lau, and Santana for the top 6. We're going 2 wide here in turn 1. Ivan McCroat defending from Alex Trocek. Oh, and they come together in turn. What is this, turn 2?
Cap. Oh.
And that leaves Ivan pointed the wrong way, and Trocek waiting for him to get rolling again. They will dust themselves off squarely in the mid pack.
The chat already trolling me, saying I need to watch out for teleporting cars in second 2. Thank you, Dan. I'll keep an eye out.
Oh my! I saw a tap, yes indeed. Oh no! Nearly came across for a second one right there. Matthew Riggs, yeah, Paulie Hartman and Matthew Riggs. Really keeping it together there. Oh, and Ivan McCroke getting a huge run on Krochik, who dives to the inside and looks like he just lets him through.
Yeah, I suspect
enough.
he might feel a little bit of guilt over that previous incident.
Yeah, that's for
Playing
sure.
safe, handing him the position back. Yeah, I think everybody just needs to relax here a little bit. First race of the season.
Yeah, I'm positive
not
that
relaxing
everybody's
right now.
nerves is on edge right now.
Yeah, first race. I mean, it happens. Like, first race, everyone's just, like, getting to the rhythm again, and then you have new drivers trying to, like, figure out other drivers on track, but it reminds me of our D4 practice race, though. That was interesting on that first lap for us.
I was getting
That was,
flashbacks there.
Yeah, me too.
I wouldn't want to jinx him or anything, and there's been a lot of cars in the pits, some with damage, but big time mover so far. Doug Mitchell up into P16. He's got Defender Shark hanging all over his rear bumper here, though, as they go through turn 4.
Making that BMW look fast, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure. Great defense by Doug. But Shark
Runs
is
a little
just
deep there.
right on him. Still not giving up any time as he's trying to just keep his composure, just sticking right behind Doug. And let's just say Shark is definitely a shark right now.
Yeah, he smells the chips and queso in the water here.
Yeah, he wants that devoured. Oh, and looks like Alex Krochik has a drive-through. Ooh,
Uh-oh.
not a good start to a race. I'm sure he's not happy about that at all. That's Hungaroring for you. Oh, and Shark is actually going into the pits currently. Early pit stop by the looks of it.
Yeah, he must think he has the measure of Doug and is going to try to undercut him, so we'll keep an eye on that and see where they shuffle out after Doug takes his pit. But yeah, Krochik picking up a DT that fast. I wonder if one of those off tracks, sometimes you can inadvertently pick up track cuts if you get knocked off track in really unfortunate ways or places. That's pretty quick to get it to pick up 3 warnings.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty rough.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to do though. The practice race, I racked up two warnings in 6 minutes.
Ooh. Yeah, it's really tough. I believe there's like 4 areas where you can easily get a track limit warning. If you're like really pushing it, it's so easy to do. I believe I was on my final warning in not the practice race, but the actual race. It's scary. Hungaroring is very scary when it comes to track limit warnings. It is a fun track though, I find. It's pretty fun. Granted, I have better favorites, but
It's certainly not my favorite, but it is really fun. I mean, just look at how fast it looks. I mean, usually, like, especially if you're used to watching F1 racing, GT3 racing looks like it's in slow motion. Not this track. The cars look like they're going the speed of light around here.
yeah, that's for sure. But
And the Krochik fight's getting broken up.
Hard to
He's into the
overtake.
pits.
Oh, just have that drive through, yep. Gotta get it done and out of the way before a DQ.
Evan Kim finding a hard time trying to get around his teammate Doug.
Yes, they have found one another.
Oh,
See what they
some
can-
Chili's
what they
on
can cook
Chili's
up.
action. It looks
Yeah.
like Evan is taking on the inside. Doug just goes a little deep, or probably maybe let him by, saying like, okay, you're a little faster than me. Just let you go by.
Replay that because I missed it. Is it into turn 1? Oh yeah, he's up his inside.
Yep.
Yeah.
He went right on the inside and just took that.
Call that a Chili's double dipper, I guess.
Eating a lot of nachos.
Got more pit entries.
Oh.
Carl Fredrickson and Scott Smith, excuse me. They are out. Eric Boardman still on the heels of Eric Marecki.
Yeah, those two are sticking close. Boardman had fastest lap, but Palmieri actually took it away last lap and has made up about 3/10 going into their current sector. So it looks like he's closing up on them a little bit, and we got a bit of a train forming here behind Nick Stand with Kelvin Lau in hot pursuit, and a couple guys pretty close behind them as well.
Speaking of hot pursuit, Matt Higgs is just right on the back end of Doug Mitchell, and Doug cannot catch a break with defending. Higgs is like right on a mission. Right on the back end. Into the final corner.
I believe the M6 is a pretty good car in a straight line. It's got to be okay somewhere.
Yeah,
So
that's
we'll
what I've
see.
heard.
Yeah, I think it would take a pretty big error for Higgs to be able to make a reasonable move coming down into turn 1, and you can see he's really not making up any ground there.
Looks like Doug got a way better exit than Higgs. Very nice.
Fazley in the chat has exonerated me from my crime, my rejoined crime last night. Thank you, Faz. Best.
We got a dope move right now. Brian Anderson up the inside of Ian Wheeler. But Ian Wheeler is still there. He's got the inside line in the next corner. And he's brave enough to break it in there. He had his nose in there, and he either caught a little bit of rear bumper or too much curb there. Lost the grip and snapped a bit and tucks in behind. Up ahead, Kelvin Lau still's got Nick Sand in his sights. Less than a second between these two. Same thing going for Adam Santana, Andrew Wilson.
Ooh, fender with once again Doug and Higgs, but still couldn't. And oh, Doug takes a little slide, which gives wholeheartedly Higgs an opportunity to take that advantage.
But Doug's
right
got the
from
inside
Doug.
for turn 1.
Yeah,
And the power,
that'd
look
be
at him
even
go.
cool.
Ew. Wow, look at that speed. Breaks a little early, fender to fender almost, and Higgs still sticks to that position.
He left
Wow.
just
Wow.
enough space
Dougie,
for
you
Doug.
gotta be braver than that, my man.
Oh, but Doug's
He's
still
still not
got
getting
that
it up,
straight line
though.
speed. He's almost up the inside, not quite. And that's going to be it for that Sector 1 attack. That was close. But
It
let's see,
was.
Eric Marek, wait a minute. What is Eric Marecki doing back here? He crash?
Uh-oh.
What we must have missed something.
Oh wow. Yes.
As now Eric Boardman is alone and leading. He didn't serve his pit. Yeah, he must have run off track.
Now I'm
It
popping
cost
back
him
to
a
my
total of
replay to take a
about
look real
12
quick. Yeah,
seconds.
he lost it going over T4. He took too much curb, bounced, and went all the way back to the inside, smacked the wall for the next corner.
Damn.
Ouch.
And unfortunately, Kelvin Lau ran off track trying to avoid him, so he dropped a few positions as well. But yeah, major sad there for Marecki. Still got time to make it up though. Might be
Yep,
a good
it's only 10
opportunity to
seconds.
take his pit and regroup.
And there he is into the pits with that battered and bruised Lambo.
Faz is requesting an onboard with the M6, so we can quote "see the speed."
For some reason my onboard is going to bumper, but you'll live with it.
Oh! Paulie Hartman and John Carver are going side by side into turn 2. Oh, big send from Paulie, but didn't
Ooh.
quite get that position
But John
as he
Carbo's
thought
back
he
here.
would.
Let's replay that.
That was clean. With great effort.
Well, he's lucky he didn't lose a spot there.
Yeah.
Jared Troxler on their heels. God, that is such a tricky pair of corners to follow someone through. Especially following me, I brake so early through there. I'm really bad. Kudos to everybody who didn't murder me.
That's a tricky corner.
Waleed not subbed? That's cringe right there. It's a major ick.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like
you should honestly be ashamed. I'm just kidding, of course.
More defense for Doug. Oh, look at that. A whole train right behind Doug. Now that is going to be spicy like chilies.
Hey, thanks for subscribing, Waleed.
It has been done.
Higgs decided he's done following Doug and is into the pits.
Seems to be a theme tonight.
Yeah.
I have to say, of all the cars in this game, I mean, I've probably driven the M6 for maybe like 20 minutes, and it just lumbers. Like it just lumbers.
It's a
around the
lazy
track.
car.
Like, there's no way around it.
Yeah.
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 This is a 5-way battle on track right now for P14.
That is
6-way,
nuts.
excuse me.
All held up by an M6.
Oi, 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 oi. That's contact.
Ooh.
Very clumsy
The
entrance into
unfortunate
Sector 3.
The unfortunate thing for a lot of these cars behind Doug is that after Carbo and Hartman, they've already pitted, so they might be in it for the long haul.
Yeah, this is a 2 strikes and you're out kind of affair.
Yeah.
Cat saying I need to branch out and stop being a mid-engine merchant. There was a time I drove the Bentley for a very long time. I've driven Mercedes for seasons in multiple leagues. I drove the Lexus a lot, so it took me a while to come around and see the light.
Oh, I gotta cut you off. We got a side-by-side with John Archie and Paulie Hartman around turn 2. And that's gonna lead for the run in turn 3 for not John Archie, but Colin Dunham. That was that reminded me a lot of what happened to me early in the race last night.
Yeah, we've seen that move a couple times. 3 cars.
Oh, but he's blue
and,
flagged. He's getting out of the way. Excuse me.
Yeah. A couple cars coming through that turn there, and then one person loses out to 2 different opponents. John Archie under pressure.
Well, for the lead, Palmieri still got his eyes on Boardman. Target locked. Still just 1 second between the two. I wonder if it's going to remain this way. Do you think Palmieri's pushing as hard as he possibly can?
I haven't seen if fastest lap is
Got the fastest
moved back
lap.
and forth. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's setting new ones or if anyone else has stepped up, but he's just kind of holding that distance. That might be intentional. You know, if you've got the pace, there's no reason for you necessarily to push at your absolute hardest. Maybe bide your time, save your tires, and then later in the race could be to your advantage when it comes time to make a move there. But yeah, he's holding pretty close to Boardman. Everyone else behind them has spread out a little bit.
Waleed
Oh,
asking,
Draby's right on the inside of Troxclair, but just took a little bit of the fender and lost the front end.
catch the replay of that.
Down by a couple of positions by Draby's. Oh,
He didn't react in time.
yeah.
Luckily, he did not get collected, but he reacted.
Yeah,
That
good
could have been
reaction.
way worse.
Oh yeah, that could have been a lot worse right there. Luckily, it wasn't.
But all this, it looks like Palmieri must have made a mistake last lap because now the gap is just tripled. He's 2.5 second gap now to Boardman.
Doug Mitchell under
Oh.
fire.
Oh,
Jared Troxclair is trying everything for the last 3 corners to get around.
Around the
He's
outside,
gonna try it on the outside.
no.
and I
That
think he
end-
But I
doesn't
think
have
that
enough.
drag race he's gonna lose.
Not even with the slip.
Yeah.
He goes back to the outside here. Hard to hang it around the outside.
Inside.
Possible.
Oh, Draby's coming in. Side by side with Doug and Troxclair.
They're nearly going 2x2 now.
Fix it. Oh, this is an interesting battle going on.
Oh, and it looks like Dreeb's got a little bit too opportunistic. I think he expected John
Very
Archie to
close.
hold it around the outside, and he wanted to sneak up the inside. Did not happen that way, though.
Yeah, Troxclair's got to be careful here. You know, he's offense, and he's going to open himself up, as we just saw there, to potential attack from behind. So he's got to play both games here.
Got to be impeccable right now.
The frustrating thing for all of these cars is that they have all pitted.
Oh
Yeah.
no, they can't dodge each other. Oh, and another frustrating thing in here is there's a blue flag in here. So Colin Dunham's holding up Masteel right now. I wonder how quickly he'll be able to get out of the way. I'm sure Masteel wants to get in on this action. Look at this right now.
Yeah, everybody just needs to keep a level head here. We don't want to see anything too drastic.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
wow, Troxclair, that is exactly what I was just.
And Doug
alluding
Mitchell
to.
gets a misstep, and now he's getting eaten up. He goes 3
no.
wide on the exit of that corner, and neither a driver on his outside caring much about the opposite side. Fortunately, they are all pointed all the right direction, and he only loses 3 spots for it. But he has got to be pretty steamed right now.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, M6 battling back here. Come on, Doug, be brave. Oh.
No. Oh, Elvin Lau now right behind.
We should complain. The nice thing to do is to let these guys go through if you haven't pitted yet.
Yeah.
We're getting some illegal overtake accusations in chat. You might not be wrong. Oh, and yeah, here Doug goes wide again, and Kelvin Lyle's on the attack. Not good enough, though, for this run on the next corner, and they make, it looks like a little bit of a tap, and Kelvin goes very wide, letting Mustio get up in front of him for P17. And that's
Let's
not...
just say the
Go ahead, sorry.
That's okay. Let's just say the M6 has really stirred things up, and I'm very keen to see like what's gonna happen for the rest of the season, because it's gonna be interesting as we've seen so far.
Yes.
With Doug in the midst of every battle you could possibly think of, just constantly, like every second it seems.
Kelvin Lau just got up
Mustio
the
and
inside
Lau
of Mustio.
battling.
That was an excellent move.
Yeah, Yeah, Doug Mitchell, Agent of Chaos. I'm sure he loves that.
Yep.
But you can see the gap that the cars ahead have pulled already.
Yeah.
So we'll see how Kelvin approaches this, because I'm sure he'll want to get around Doug and on at the track as quickly as possible.
Josh Damiani's been reeling in Eric Laren. Oh, did Josh nearly go off track right there trying to follow him? He just lost 8/10 right there. Was on the attack, now he's got to reposition all over again. Kelvin Lau definitely on the attack right now. Into turn 1, a 10th between the two. And he is going to send it. And he nails it, not quite nails it on the apex, but all's fair. No contact.
Made it stick, made it clean.
There's the flashers for us. I don't know if that was a sorry flasher or a celebration flasher.
That might have been a thank you flashers. Thank you for not making that any more difficult than it already was.
Yeah. I was very spicy at the final corner. Actually, penultimate corner.
Something about the phrase spicy at the final corner makes me think of Panic at the Disco. I don't know why that just jumped into my head.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I thought spicy at the final corner was a few hours after Chili's.
You're not wrong. Yeah, exactly.
So no need to hop up there or anything, but I'm not sure if Palmieri's made a couple mistakes or caused some traffic, but he's 3.5 seconds now behind Boardman, who's
Hey,
our
he's
leader.
dropped another second since we checked in on him. Maybe doesn't look like Boardman's turned on the turbos or anything because he hasn't snagged the fastest lap. Yeah, it just looks like Palmieri's going slower.
Yeah, Palmieri's last lap was a 45.9, so I don't see any traffic around him. I mean, he has Nick Sand 2.3 seconds behind, so it might have been a little oopsie there, but it looks like nothing bad enough to keep him from trucking on.
Doug Mitchell's once again under attack by David Mustillo, is repeatedly trying to go around his outside, and it's not working out.
Very close.
And now Michael Jeffries is going to capitalize on that. He's alongside the inside of Mustillo. Almost. Opts for the inside instead. Outside, excuse me.
A lot of almost close contacts right there. Just for a second. More spiciness. Probably said spicy I don't know how many times in this broadcast.
And you've been correct every time.
Bring on the chilies.
Colin Dunham still in the fray here, holding up Ian Wheeler. And finally, there he goes. He ducks out of the way, and Ian can get in the fight. Oh, and these three nearly coming together at the end of Sector 1. That was close.
Ooh. Ooh.
Big
Close
accordion effect
there.
through this chicane. Alex Krochik, Andrew Anderson and Alex Krochik trading spots. So does Damiani and Laren. That finally happened. I want to catch the replay of this. This was past
Yeah,
long
this
in
was
the
a very
making.
nice move down the outside here. You don't see that too often. But he just breaks a little bit later, and Laren, you don't want to get up on that inside curb. There's no traction there, so that just kind of sealed the deal.
Well done.
But good job for both drivers for
Yeah.
leaving enough space for one another.
Left all that he had to, and it was enough to scare him to climb that curb too much.
So we
It's
are
like
a little
lost
over
arm.
halfway through. What do we think so far, guys? So many cars have pitted already. I mean, looks like the top 12.
Mustillo just pretty well sent it and had a little bit of a contact with Doug, like right from his rear fender. But got the job done though.
Now he's
Doug
got
stuck on
Wheeler
the
up his
outside.
inside too. Outside now, sweeping through with way more speed. He's getting eaten up by this pack right now. Now that's left everybody but the blue flag. Colin Dunham. And
Just-
how
yeah,
the
you see that a
turntables
lot.
have turned.
Yeah, you see that a lot in a big train like that. once the
Yeah.
door opens, the cars behind can kind of keep the door open and just go on through. And that's exactly what we saw there.
It's not over yet, though. We still have, well, the blue flag column Dunham, and we also
And we have more
Brandon.
chaos.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh my gosh, look who's in front of
There.
everyone again now.
Wow. Oh, too wide. Oh. Looks like I think Meeks just almost. Oh, was that Meeks?
Now the coach, Chat Mastillo, and Doug is
Little
leading the train once again.
I had a That's
they
So
do it to
Raven
themselves.
moment and went
They
right
do it
onto
to
the bumper
themselves.
cam. We caught it in 4K. And here's Wheeler up the inside of Brandon Chan.
Clean move.
Drivers have pit.
Brian Anderson in the coffee mobile. Looks like he's
Oh,
going to make his way around Chan as well.
Very clean as well from Anderson.
Our leader of people who have pit is John Archie, and he is 50 seconds about behind the race leader. And a pit stop only costs about 30 seconds. So, you do the math there. I think Eric Boardman still has it.
Yeah, by a good margin too. M6 too powerful, says the chat.
DJ
mean, look,
Boogerball
Doug's
saying
just
more
a-
overtakes on Doug than the entire D1 race. That's some pretty toxic things to say, man.
I mean, if that's the most interesting thing that's going on, you know, who are we to not watch, right? Doug's
Yeah,
just a simple
entertainment.
man trying to make his way through the universe, you know?
Yep. He's just living life in the M6. He's chilling with some chilies.
Welcome to Chili's. How does he keep finding
Literally.
himself leading trains? Why does this keep happening?
That's
Well-
what
well,
I
they-
said earlier. Like it just keeps
Yeah, they did
happening.
it.
Crazy.
They did it to themselves. Jeffries got into the back of Mastillo, and then that caused more chaos, and Doug just
Oh!
scooted on by again as he
And-
bangs doors there with Ian Wheeler.
He does.
Wonder if he's having instant regrets in the M6.
I
This
think
was
he's probably
tough.
enjoying being the D2 Brooker Quick, you know, in the
Yeah.
in the Nissan. Brooker, I know for a fact, relished his role as the midfield gatekeeper.
Yep.
Oh, Ian Wheeler
He's
lunges up the
definitely out.
inside of Doug there. And there's not much Doug can do about it.
Yep.
Except
Now
send it.
Brendan Chan. Oh.
Did he send it or did he send it? He's back, baby.
Oh,
Boy.
more argy bargy. Ian's got the inside. Fix it. But Brendan Chan just has that speed. Now Brian Anderson, Defender Shark, Fredrickson. Probably butchered that, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Chan and Wheeler need to play nice with one another and get the hell out of there. It looks like they're working on just that, as Anderson outbraking himself a little bit there. Almost going into the back of Doug.
Doug being an
Doug
absolute
is just-
menace, just not getting out of
just
the way
barking.
for anybody, for any reason.
Chaos.
Will he
Biggest
pit?
car on the
That's
grid, probably,
question.
right? So
yes,
he
he's
can park
about
it
4
wherever he
times
wants.
bigger than everybody else combined. And he does not pit. Everybody else is going to have to force the issue if they want to get through him. I think he's decided he's going to be the raid boss tonight.
Waleed saying can confirm Doug is enjoying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's definitely enjoying getting into everybody's heads. Just holding up lines after lines. It's crazy. Very entertaining.
And the action it's causing behind him is great too, because
Oh, yeah.
no one
Yeah,
is safe
exactly.
when
He's
you're
giving us a
following
show.
Doug. Like,
This
you
is the
want to get
content.
around Doug, but you better watch your back.
Exactly. Great mix.
That's
Doug for
come
driver
correct.
of the day on entertainment alone. I'm totally in agreement there. I'm here for that.
Yep.
I mean, there's been so much chaos that Kelvin Lau, who was not too long ago in this big train, is now 15 seconds ahead of Michael Jeffries, who recently re-escaped it. So that's pretty amazing.
Go and vote in that very narrowly selected driver of the day poll.
Are the options Doug, and Doug?
I should have done that.
Yep.
And these drivers cannot shake each other. It's like they got magnets in the cars or something. Look at this.
Wow.
And
Close.
Defender Shark up the inside of Anderson. They're swapping
See, here we
places
go.
side by side right now.
Let's go, Comic Racing.
Let's go. Come on, Defender.
Let's go.
You've got the inside. Send it.
You got this,
Be
Shark.
brave. Remember your training. Thinks about it. He wants to, but he knows he's got to nail that apex. And Fredrickson wants to send it up the inside of Shark.
So up towards the front, Adam Santana dives into the pits. We've got a little bit over 21 minutes remaining. Paul Meharry has continued to fall back from Eric Wardman, over 7 seconds now. So Eric looks like he is cruising in this one so far.
We're coming up on 2/3 the way through the race. This is about the point of the race, for me at least, where I was starting to get real sweaty, mentally stressed.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the drivers here are certainly feeling it tenfold, at a higher pace, at a higher level of competition, and about 5 times as many drivers in their vicinity as I had for most of the race. Battle is just non-stop. It's crazy.
It really is, though. Oh, a little bit of inside action by Brian Anderson. Nope. That M6 is just so quick on the straights.
Told that Lau is reeling in Landon Dreves. Fosley asked why no animated commentator names for Season 9. We just felt like it wasn't worth the screen real estate space. They do pop in occasionally to show you who's talking, but they're not constant. Look to your screen. Where is it? Anyway, I'm pretty sure I saw it earlier. It'll pop in and out, let you know.
Yeah, I saw it earlier too. It's there. It'll come back.
Oh my! And they just came back to back,
Oh.
Anderson and Mitchell.
Getting a little impatient there now. Oh, and Doug just goes wide. Shark is just stuck between the two of them. Anderson finally gets by after all that work for a long while, at least.
I'm sure he's
Shark-
gonna want to put his foot down and get away immediately. Doug banging doors with Fredrickson, or Shark, excuse me. And Shark is
speaking
through
of
too.
Henderson, still non-stop of a train and still forming with, I believe that's Ivan McCrow, if I'm not mistaken, behind Colin Denham.
We are on lap 23, by the way. Somebody asked.
Yeah, Polar Live asking saying there's no lap count. In this type of racing, it's how many laps you can do in a certain amount of time. So the leader will start the last lap, with a certain amount of time left, and then once the timer hits 0, that will be their final lap, and that will be the end of the race. So there's no set number of laps.
Team Zero Hut immersion. There's not Zero Hut. Broadcaster Hut.
Ooh, Bastille getting by Fredrickson. Getting a little antsy there.
Oh, we gotta catch this. See the replay. Oh yeah, he had to check up real hard to not drive into the back of Doug. The perpetual menace. BMW drivers, I swear. Oh no! Bastille, no!
No!
Oh, and he takes way too much of the curb there. Immediately snaps the car straight into the wall. See that replay.
Oh, it was the exit.
Total loss of grip on the outside there. Gotta be kicking himself. That's the last thing he wants.
Oh man.
Looks like he can drive it in a straight line. He's rolling again. But that has gotta really hurt Zero in suspension somehow.
Oh yeah. That was quite the shunt.
Someone says that's a dead cow. Yes, it is. Evan Kim losing out to Adam Santana just now. How that happened. Right up his inside. That's how it looks like it happened. He goes deep. It looks like he second-guessed himself. He saw the brighter BMW, the newer BMW, better BMW, coming up his mirror. Whoa. Let off the brakes there. McCroat and Fredrickson trading spots side by side out of turn 1. How's this going to shake up? They won't quit. But the curb gets the better of McCroat, and now he's under threat by No, not Carbo. No, that's the blue flag. Colin Dunham. Just along for the ride. Try not to get fined. Similar situation here between Krochik and Hartman.
Oh, Carbo with a drive-through.
Oh, damn.
Yikes.
Him and Higgs. Higgs already have it. Wait, when did Higgs get it?
I don't think so.
Track claims another pair of lives.
Yep. And that it does with the harsh track limits. Oh, Fedderson doing a little fakey, but
Doug absolutely parking it now.
Wide. Yeah, he really is.
Pulling a Jess, that's what he's doing. I'm terrible through that corner. I never got it right.
Yeah, it's deceptively tough.
Well, Paulie Hartman
like
getting a drive-through.
Oh no.
Williams getting a drive-through. Oh, and now it's hitting. Everyone's pushing, and now it's fighting everybody in the rear. Because now we're at the 14-minute mark, and now you're going to see some people pushing, but once we get 10-minute mark about that, it's going to get more pushy, we'll say. Lack of a better word.
Ivan
Like
McCroat
Ivan
next up
McCroat
on
is
the
our
list
latest-
trying to get around Doug and not having much luck yet in Sector 1.
Oh, our latest contestant.
Andrew Wilson into the pits.
Our leader, Erica Boardman, has pitted. We missed that when it happened, but he has, I believe, slotted back into 8th position for now, unless the board is not finished updating. Yes, he has. So you're in control of a race when you can pit before the end and settle back into 8th. You're running a good one.
Evan Kim looks like he was about to lose out to John Archie. He's going to tap out.
Yeah, good point in the chat. Tire wear adding up, and it just makes, especially Sector 2, where you can get all those drive-thrus on corner exit, just makes it even tougher. because you're just going slower and slower. In the back of your mind, you're like, I need to keep going fast. And you get on the throttle too soon. Car gives you a little shake from the rear end, and it kind of pushes you out wide, and then you're done for. There's nothing you can do about it, because track limits here are really harsh too, in that they're really quick. Like,
Yes,
it's
they're
hard
deceptive.
to let off and recover and be like,
Looks like track. It looks like where you should run off to go fast, and next thing you know, track cut.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all predicted it, and Kelvin Lau has in fact caught up to Landon Dreves. That'll be popping off any moment now.
Oh, more argy-bargy. Ivan
He's
McCroke
through.
just making his way past Doug with
That
some
replay.
bumpage, but got through. Oh, Fredrickson as well getting through, taking that opportunity from that little argy-bargy moment. Up ahead.
I'm gonna say somebody didn't enjoy their Chili's experience there.
Definitely
Matt
not
Higgs,
leaving a
oh my
tip.
goodness.
That's gonna be a
No.
0-star review apparently from them.
From bad to worse from Matt Higgs, though. He's got to stop and go 30. I wonder, he probably picked that up on his drive-through, which is just the worst.
Yeah, you can see that.
Patrick Russ got a track cut on the formation lap last night. Now, I have gone off and gotten a warning, but I never dreamed it would be possible to actually pick up a warning. That's impressive.
Oh. Only a 10th between the two now. Kelvin Lau looking for the switchback. Not getting it quite. Time is ticking down on this race.
Yep, and now this is the point where it's gonna get real sweaty. Looks like Doug has a bit of a breather time behind him. After all that chaos, now we can like actually breathe for once.
Well, I'm sure he's been holding his breath for like half an hour.
Exactly, yeah. I would be sweating bullets. That's oof. Very entertaining though.
Thanks for all the content.
Yeah.
And sorry to all the stewards who I'm sure is going to get a million tickets with your name. Menace. Higgs into the pits to serve his stop-go 30.
Oh, Dravy's getting a little squirrely in the rear, which gives Kelvin not too much of an opportunity. Didn't make it in time. Just need to get a little bit closer if Dravy's makes another mistake. Lead saying we're on chaos mode tonight. Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Apparently everybody woke up and chose violence. Just chaos.
Well, if you like all these brands you're seeing and you want to support the SRA and these conglomerates, please check out our merch store. We got some pretty dope swag in there. I instantly ordered a Comic Racing shirt and a SRA hoodie to complement my SRA shirt and socks. And that's maybe not the easiest way, but the most direct way you can really support the organization. Easiest way is to subscribe on Twitch.
Yeah, there you go. That is definitely a start.
All right, Palmieri and Josh Damiani have entered the pits, so Nick Sand inherits the current race lead. And looks like a very quick
Lots of
stop
pits.
for
Lots of
Jacob.
pits. And Eric Boardman is through and in front of him. Lots of room to spare. We got less than 10 minutes left in this race. If anybody wants to see any driver in particular, now's the time to shout him out and ask. A good look at the car and let him smile for the camera. I really want full body like VR tracking in this game so that if you're playing in VR, you can like wave your hands at people.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, somebody's saying Brandon Shannon's playing, driving the NSX with a controller? Gross. And Andrew Anderson, even grosser, is into the wall. What happened here? Looks like there's chaos at the final corner. And right on the exit, he's pushing. He's way on the curb there, slick, and loses control of it. Very lucky to keep it out of the wall and not get collected there. That is a dangerous spot to be, wow. But unfortunately, he's not pointing the right way yet. He's having a hard time getting going again. I can't watch.
Well, I believe he did say on last night's D1 broadcast that his nickname should be short and saucy, so it's as saucy as it gets right there. Little Austin Powers move across the track, trying to get going again. Yeah, Faz, you can test out the haptic vest to punch you in the chest when you crash. You let us know how that goes.
And this has got to be crushing. Our former race leaders have just been lapped back by Boardman, man person. It's got to be depressing. Oh, look who's up next. It's Sean Williams. How's he going to fare against the raid boss?
More chaos brings more chaos.
Kelvin has once again closed up on Landon Dreeps here through Sector 2, but oftentimes it just doesn't matter how much more pace you have through there. Although, poor exit, he might have a shot here.
Oh, he's got it.
The brakes, very
On that
brave,
inside.
and he is through.
Very clean.
Well done.
Amazing move by Kelvin.
What bravery gets you.
Yep. Sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Five minutes left. That's going to be good for maybe 3 laps.
Down towards the bottom of the field, we do have Valencia looking like he's trying to find a way past Andrew Anderson, formerly stuck on the pit straight. He's fallen back just a little bit and obviously lost a little bit of time there, but they nearly had a side-by-side coming through turn 4. So maybe something to keep an eye on the last couple minutes. We'll see if he can close up that gap again. Have another go.
We're going too wide. Mitchell and Williams again.
Wait, haven't we seen this before?
Yes, we have many times with many different casts and characters. Doug, wait till,
Flashback.
literally till the last lap to pit. He wants
Like
problem and
Groundhog Day.
chaos all the time, and they are having to check up super hard into Sector 2. And wow, Anastasia and Krochik are really wise not to drive into the back of the people in front of them. Absolute chaos.
Our front runners, Eric Laren, coming out of pits. Looks like he is going to fall back into line here. And he will settle back in behind Landon Dreams. Well, unfortunately, I think our saga is about to come to an end because Doug must pit this lap.
What a shame.
Yep.
Guy main
and-
person got left the pits and came out fighting Ian Wheeler and just beat him. And there goes Doug. Into the pits.
Off into the
Finally.
pits at the last minute.
Guy man person getting a little bit out of sorts there, checking up way up, making Ian Wheeler slow down. Same for Michael Jeffries, nearly driving through and plowing through the both of them. Sure, that caught him by surprise. Oh, and here's Josh Damiani trying to go around the outside, less than a 10th behind Nick Sand. We got 1, maybe 2 laps left to go, and this is 4th position. Adam Santana right behind, John Archie right behind. We got a 4-way fight for P4 in the last lap with a lot of familiar faces.
Ooh, looks like Ian Wheeler has a drive-through.
That's crushing right at the last minute.
Yeah.
Hey. Very heartbreaking indeed.
Yeah, I know we're memeing with Doug as driver of the day, but Damiani has had himself a very nice race, moved up to the field.
Yes, he has.
I want to
Yeah.
say I don't
Pit window is now closed.
think there was any silver drivers, at least in the top 10. So he's definitely had himself a good race, and this looks like he's going to take the silver victory by a pretty good margin here, with Eric Laren in 11th place, a good ways behind. Yeah, Dan Cran. Oh, sorry.
no,
Go
Nick
ahead.
Sand!
No, it's backing up.
Oh, we got Andrew Anderson got involved in a pileup with Nick
Okay.
Sand. Catch the replay 30 seconds back from Nick Sand's focus. What the hell happened?
Just as we say that, Josh has had an amazing race. Oh, it goes into shambles. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Side by side with Troxler, it doesn't end yet. Oh,
Oh,
and
the
some
punts,
like they're going off their
the collection. Yeah,
Just go bonk, bonk, bonk.
make it so far into the race, only for it to be ruined. 1 or 2
Yeah.
people.
Heartbreaking.
All
Yeah,
for the
we were
camera.
watching that. Selena, I think, was looking at major battle there, but our winner has come across the line. Eric Boardman with a pretty comprehensive victory.
Standing lead.
Palmieri in 2nd place.
And Andrew Wilson in
And,
3rd place. And even with that shakeup,
Adam Santana in 4th. What a run! I don't believe
Wow.
he was up there.
yeah, he kind of sucked through that
after
chaos
qualifying.
right
Very
there.
impressive.
But even with the chaos, Josh Damiani still manages to finish 1st in class for silver. So, good drive.
Still a big win.
We still got battles going on. Michael Jeffries crosses the line 3/10 behind Guy Manperson. Got a 3-way fight behind Evan Kim. Coming in the penultimate corner now. And it looks like this is going to be how it shakes up.
Drive through. Ooh.
Yeah, Adam Santana moving up to 4th from 8th, and Josh Damiani started this race in 17th place. So, unfortunate to lose
Wow.
a spot there. I think he finished 6th, but a very impressive drive there.
And that will complete our premiere race for Season 9 of our GT3 Team Series. Stick with us for a moment. We're going to get our podium finishers in here for a brief interview. Start with P3. Let's get Wilson in here. Find him.
So we're looking for Boardman, Palmieri, Wilson,
Damiani.
Damiani.
Yeah.
Well, sound off in chat what you thought about the race. You know what we think. We were breath for half of it. Could barely capture all the chaos just with what Doug was giving us. Not the smoothest start, but fun one.
Padley says, interview Doug, please. Yep.
I mean,
Doug Mitchell, get in here. We need to talk to you.
we have to interview him because that
Oh,
I
we
want
will. We'll
to
get
know
to him.
his input on that. That was just crazy.
I see our race winner. Why don't we start off with him?
Yeah.
Eric Boardman, congratulations and welcome to the booth. How you feeling, man?
Thank you. Feels good. Race 1 again.
Yeah, very well done. Looks like Eric or Mareki just kind of cleared out everything in front of you, and then you just pedaled to the floor, and it was a pretty convincing victory there by the end.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I felt like I was struggling a bit, and I could see he was a little too, and I just got lucky. I guess he lost control a little, and I took advantage, and I was worried about my consistency, and yeah, just stuck with it. I did a lot better than I expected. I wasn't expecting a win, but damn, I knew I was quick here, but I didn't have too much time to practice, so I was a little worried about that, you know? So, good race, though.
How you feeling about next week?
I don't know. We'll see. Fun track. I like Olden. That's the next week, right?
I believe so.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was next week.
All right, cool.
Anybody you want to shout out before you go?
Yeah, shout out my new teammate Carl. I'm not sure where he wound up, but shout out to him.
Carl Fredrickson.
Yep.
Looks like it was P20.
All right, nice. Not bad.
All right, thanks for joining us, man, and good luck next week.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah, well done.
I don't see him either. I do see Doug if you want to grab him.
I do.
But...
Late as
Doug,
possible.
welcome to the booth. Congratulations on being the main character today.
Oh,
It was
SRA,
so much
SRA
fun.
raid boss.
It was so much fun, dude. Oh my god.
So it definitely was
just went to-
intentional.
No, I went to race chat and everyone just started yelling at me. It was so
Whoa.
but I had a great time. I am just Evan and I, we went into this with a strategy, and it was all right. I'm clearly the slowest car on track. Evan has a chance to get some positions. I'm going to pit as late as possible and slow down everyone that has the potential of even passing you. So it ended up working. So
It looked like you avoided a little bit of the chaos there at the beginning too, right? So you
yeah, I definitely was able to circumvent that, get up to, I think it was like P16 at one point, and that's what really helped our strategy of slowing so many people down. I was hoping to get by maybe a couple people, but being able to hold back nearly half the grid was freaking hilarious.
Hilarious is a word.
Yeah, I think my favorite part there it was maybe 2/3 of the way in. Pretty much the whole train had gotten by you. Then they crash each other out, and then you just scooted on by there again, and then they were all stuck again.
Can you guess
great.
what I said at that exact moment?
Later,
It's free real
nerds.
estate.
Oh.
Yeah,
you're
it was
not-
like they do it to themselves. I mean, it's their fault, you know.
So funny.
You're
I was
just
in a-
Bring on
making
the
your way through.
chaos.
That was so funny. I was a little bit bummed that we had some carnage at the beginning, but like you said, it was just more opportunity to hold people up. It was a great time. A great time. But thanks for putting on a good show, guys. I heard some good reviews from the people that were in the voice chat with me.
Appreciate it. No, thank you for putting on a good show.
Hey man, it's just
Exactly.
part of the
I
job.
can't wait to see this at Old. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
I just need Ryan to make me a killer setup again, and we'll be good to go.
Maybe he can make you one that can fly.
Or just make the car wider.
I don't think that car can get any wider.
Man, my tires felt like absolute crap at the end, and I could just tell I was just hemorrhaging. And then I picked up my final track warning, like towards the end. I was like, I'm not giving up these positions on track for a drive-through penalty. So, but it was great. It was great. But thanks for bringing me up here. I was hoping that I was going to be able to explain my POV for a little bit. That was funny.
Definitely.
Well, we had a great
Yeah.
time watching it.
We enjoyed it.
Awesome. Well, y'all have a good night, and thanks again for doing this for us.
Thank you, and good
You're
luck next
welcome.
week.
You bet. Thanks, guys.
Lastly, I do see Jacob Palmieri.
Yo.
Jacob, welcome to the booth and congratulations, man. P2.
Thank you.
Feeling?
Great. Good passes. I was optimistic that I could maybe get first, but had a little spin at the beginning. Somehow managed to keep it on for the rest of the race. Felt good.
Really strong finish in spite of that.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Oh.
Yeah. So are you pretty new to sim racing in general?
Yeah, I've been sim racing for like 2 months.
Wow. Well, that's
That's
impressive.
incredible.
Gonna make some enemies with a reputation like that. God damn, I'm jealous. 2 months and you're already this fast. It's pretty impressive, man.
Thank you. It's a lot of practice though. It's not didn't just come.
Well, hey, good on you, man. I mean, you put in the time. You should get the reward. Well done.
Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Putting in the same amount of practice for the next track?
Oh, you know what? After this finish, I think I'm gonna have to maybe try and win it.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're trying to get an early promotion into
Love to see
D1.
I got to. No. Maybe not like that. Not yet. I don't need D1 yet. We'll see by next season.
All right. Well, anybody you want to shout out before we go?
Yeah. My teammate Jeremy Valencia. He's been helping a lot. Helped me get used to the car. I've only been driving the Lambo for about 2 weeks, so he helped me a lot. That was good. And yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations and good luck for next week.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good group of guys over there at Tier. So you're in good hands.
Thank you guys. You have a good one.
Then.
See you soon.
That wraps up our interviews. That just one very important thing that I have to leave everybody with. That's, of course, saying a huge thank you to our sponsors and our title sponsors for supporting us here at SRA, as well as support from Documise, a modern business solution for product management. Go to documise.com to learn more today. That's my spot. And support from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favorite classic systems, including Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and much more. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. And a big thank you to our affiliates, Track Racer. Experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high-quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. And Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chance to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced HUD to change the way you experience ACC. And To-Go setups, premium esports setups for everyone. Use our affiliate link on our Discord and take your drive to the next level. And I think that covers all of my obligations. Y'all got anything you want to plug before we go?
Not really.
so.
That was just a really entertaining race, that's for sure. I'm excited for Olton to see what unfolds, especially with the M6s on track. So that's gonna be
I hadn't even thought about
interesting.
that yet. It's gonna be even more chaos. Yeah,
Yep.
definitely. If you enjoyed this, definitely tune in next week. There's gonna be more of it.
Yeah, I know we'll have some good racing here on track, but we've got a great fallback if it's Doug in the M6 holding everyone up.
Yep. I'm sure that'll be his and Evan's strategy once again. We shall see.
That'll be all from us tonight. Thanks for tuning in. See y'all next week.
See ya.